It was a long speech. I couldn't get to the end of it before I had to go to bed.
Indeed.
That's why I rely on NBC 10 political commentator Sue O'Connell, who joins me now. Good. So give us a letter grade on how the president performed in that speech last night.
Well, Glenn, I think it depends on who the intended audience was. So if the audience was the Republican lawmakers in the chamber, I say it was an A+.
They certainly liked it.
If the audience was Trump voters, maybe a B-. But if the audience was all of us Americans sitting at home, it was an F. Why an F, you ask? Well, that wasn't an address to Congress. It was a campaign speech. President Trump, he spent a lot of time looking backward, mentioning Biden, and virtually no time really laying out a plan for the future. And there was no call for unity or collaboration. So if I'm an American voter, I say I give him an F.
Campaign speech? He can't run for president again, says the Constitution.
Yeah, you and the Constitution.
Democrats heckled for most of the night. Some of them held up signs. And today we're hearing some of the feedback out there from Democrats. Some people, even on the Republican side, are saying how the Democrats acted was disrespectful. So what do you think about the Democrats here? Did they do anything to hurt themselves or even help themselves?
Well, I would say it's rich that the Republicans are pearl clutching when they have heckled Democratic presidents in the past. You might remember Republican lawmakers like Joe Wilson, liar.
Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, and Marjorie Taylor Greene. They all have crossed that civility line. I don't think the Republicans said anything about their disrespectful behavior. But to your question, was it a smart strategy by the Democrats? And I got to tell you, I really don't know. I thought the holding of those little signs was like super weak. The wearing of the colors was meh. And getting thrown out and walking out was certainly performative. I really don't think anything they did landed, but I honestly don't know what they really could have done.
Right. I suppose that's true. They do need a message. Freshman Senator from Michigan, Elisa Slotkin, delivered the rebuttal. Democrats have been looking for a message to figure out what can break through with Trump flooding the zone. Did she give us a message? Was it strong?
So this is the second worst job in politics, Glenn. Delivering the opposing party's response. First worst job is vice president. And Slotkin, she did no harm. That's always the first rule. But let's face it, the Democrats have yet to reveal a strategy on how they're going to deal with Trump 2.0. And they have yet to reveal how they are going to move forward here. So urging people to stay involved as she did, certainly important. But look, if you're watching the Democratic response to Trump's address, you're already involved. So it proved that Democrats remain on the defensive and they still don't really have a message. It's kind of messy.
It's going to be an interesting 4 years.
Indeed.
NBC 10's political commentator Sue O'Connell. Thank you very much for joining us.